Firstly, I'd like to congratulate both guys for putting on an incredible contest. You know, Anthony Joshua knew what he had to do going into that contest to beat Alexander Usyk. Look, last time that they boxed together, Joshua tried to outbox him. It didn't work. He knew that he had to roll the dice this time. He had to take the fight to Alexander Usyk, and that's exactly what he done. I thought he put in a first-class performance. I think his stock rose, actually, even in defeat, because he's got a lot of critics, Anthony Joshua. People are asking, you know, has he still got the desire? Does he still want this at this sort of level? And I think he proved last night that actually, yes, he does. I mean, he gave it everything. Alexander Usyk was absolutely brilliant last night as well. Both guys put it all on the line, and I thought they both delivered. Anthony Joshua, unfortunately, come up short. But what a fight. That's all I can say. I think that both guys got to come out with a lot of credit. And the atmosphere in there was absolutely insane. There was 10,000 seats sold from people that were coming to this fight from around 60 different countries. And the atmosphere was like, it was carnival-like. It was absolutely insane. The fight was insane, and the atmosphere was equally as good.
Spencer, how do you explain AJ's conduct after the fight? I mean, was it a plea for respect, or was it concussion even, or was it an acceptance that maybe this is his last major fight in the ring at elite level?
No, do you know what it was? Look, I went to the press conference, guys. I'm going to explain to you what happened, exactly what happened. Anthony Joshua, straight after the fight, his emotions were running high. Obviously, he'd been defeated, but things just took over him. He got very, very emotional. He left the ring, then he come back, then he grabbed the belts, then he threw the belts, then he left the game, and he come back again. It was a real bizarre event, actually, afterwards. I was wondering what he was doing. Thankfully, he apologised to Alexander Usyk. He gave him a cuddle. He put the union, he put the flag around him, the Ukrainian flag around him. He was just very, very emotional. Now, Usyk accepted that. He gave a speech to the crowd, and I think he was emotional because he's never had the respect that he deserves. You know, people were putting him down, and I think he was just overwhelmed with, you know, just the way that everything went. I went to the press conference straight afterwards, actually, which Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk both turned up to, and it was very, very sad. Joshua broke down in tears. I think he felt bad about what had happened. And yeah, he broke down in tears and just said, you know what, I've never had the respect, and I just wanted people, you know, just to, and things overtook me. And I apologise for my actions after the fight. The press conference was very, very sad because you could see what it meant to Anthony Joshua, losing those belts, how hard he trains. I said yesterday, guys, you know, people don't see what he does. You know, that he does not try to take the credit for the money that he donates to local communities, the kids. He flew people over from Finchley Boxing Club to come and watch this fight. You know, he does all that, and yeah, he does a lot of good work, Anthony Joshua. He doesn't take credit for, and I think he doesn't get a lot of the credit for it. And I think he was just overwhelmed, and emotions run high, and he was sorry. But the press conference, he had his head in his hands and he was crying for the best part of 10 minutes. That's what it meant to him, and it was very, very emotional, and I do feel sorry for him because he's probably going to take a lot of stick for what happened straight after the fight, and that'll probably take away what a great fight that was. Both guys put on an incredible performance, and I just feel sorry for Anthony Joshua with his actions after the fight. I really do, because he felt sorry that he'd done it.
Just quickly though, Spence, do you think we're going to see Usyk against Fury now?
Yeah, I do. I think that now Tyson Fury has obviously created and carved out his own legacy. But if you want to become one of the best, like Lennox Lewis did when he was in his era, you've got to beat everybody in that era. And Alexander Usyk proved that he's up there. Like, we don't know who's the best of this era now. Tyson Fury's obviously, you know, he's done his thing and had that amazing trilogy with Deontay Wilder. But now, Alexander Usyk has beat Anthony Joshua twice, and it remains now, who's the best heavyweight of this era? Is it Usyk? Is it Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury's obviously got enough left in the tank. He was waiting to see who was going to win that. We all wanted Anthony Joshua to win, because we wanted that undisputed title for the two British heavyweights. But Usyk's come out victorious. And I think now for Tyson Fury, I think he'll come out and he's a fighting man, and he'll want to fight the winner of that contest. Alexander Usyk wants that fight, so I'm sure in the next next coming days, we're going to hear Fury coming out of retirement and wanting that fight with Alexander Usyk. I think it's the fight the fans want and we want as well.